Yeshua said that if we know our brother is angry or upset with us, that we are to leave our gift at the altar and go reconcile first, then come back and offer our gift. Does that mean we should stop ministering in order to reconcile with someone who's upset? Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, day number 4, the Torah portion, Tzav, which means command. Let's continue now in the book of Leviticus, this time into chapter number 7, where we read in verse 1, and this is the Torah of the guilt offering, the Asham offering. It is most set apart. The guilt offering is slain in the place where they slay the ascending offering, and its blood is sprinkled on the slaughter place all around. So the altar of sacrifice is where issues between offending parties is resolved. That's what the Asham is all about. People are upset. There's some kind of an offense. There's some kind of issue. And it has caused a relational breakdown. Once we understand who's at fault, then that person, they seek to make atonement. They seek to reconcile and get things straight. Does Yah really pay that much attention to how we treat one another? Does he? I should think that he does. Matter of fact, the way that we treat one another reflects the heart that we have toward the Father. Believe it or not, we can offer all sorts of praise and adulations and worship to the Most High, but if we're upset or at odds or strained in our relationships with others, it does have a bearing on how much effect or effectiveness that we have in our ministry and our worship and our service to the King. So the way our relationships go actually affects all areas of our life. It can affect our mindset, our workplace, our rest time, our health, our mind, our emotions. All of these things come into play. So isn't it interesting that if we consider the Hebraic roots community to be on the cutting edge of the move of reconciliation, the final redemption, the resolve of all things, the restoration of all things, if Yah is indeed, and I believe he is, using this return to the fullness of his word to bring about the fullness of his kingdom, isn't it interesting that one of the things that we struggle with the most in this community is relationship? Now, I won't go to the list, the long laundry list of the issues, but we have certainly demonstrated that we did not leave our relational baggage wherever it was that we came from. We brought it along with us, and so we've had our issues and getting along. Just suffice it to say it that way. So it's not enough that we disagree. There should be room to disagree. There should be an understanding. Well, you see it this way, I see it that way. Let's sit down and eat. There's no need to divide ourselves or fracture ourselves. There certainly should be enough common ground among us that we can stand on the same piece of ground together, differences understood, and still like each other. You don't have to dislike someone, unfriend someone because you disagree with them. So you disagree. Sometimes we change our own minds and we disagree with our previous held convictions. Giving each other a little space, a little room would go a long, long way. Now, it's interesting as you read the details about this offering that it describes how the fat is that which is to be presented. The fat is the layer that covers the muscle. I had to say that. All of us understand perhaps the layer of fat. The layer of fat hides then your genuine strength. There is strength there. There is muscle there. You just can't see it sometimes because, well, we've covered it up pretty well. We're hiding it. So the fat that is toxic for us, matter of fact, toxins of the body, where are they stored? In your fat. So that which is presented is that which hides my strength. It is that which is toxic between us. And it's also the fat, known that the fat has no nerve endings. There's no feeling in the fat. Does this not describe us relationally? Toxicity. People are given to narcissism, especially in this day and age. We have raised up at least 2, if not 3 generations, and our time where everyone's a winner and everyone's special and everyone is an attaboy and everyone hears good job about any and every little thing that they do. They don't handle criticism. They don't understand what it's like to be corrected. Discipline is out the window. And so we have taught and trained our little ones who've grown into big ones that the world revolves around them, that everything is about them. And if someone doesn't agree, well, then they're the enemy and they are a problem, and they must be severely dealt with. This is a plague upon our society. Then we have those that are filled with rage. And then we have those that are constantly down on themselves, criticizing themselves, do not believe in themselves, and they constantly need us and require us to pick them up, support them, encourage them, help them to take another step where they stand and bemoan all of their failures and inabilities, etc. That's a problem. We have those that are driven by jealousy, some by greed, and the list goes on and on and on. But relationships, instead of being fruit-bearing, life-giving, encouraging, light-producing, oftentimes, even in the realm among those who are called to be a part of the body of Messiah, we don't reflect his heart. And we could all raise our hands and say, yeah, I'm guilty. That's me. Yah says, bring that to me. Lay it on the altar. And I understand, and I believe he understands that we're going to be doing this more than once. It's a fallacy of our minds to believe that we're going to pray so effectively one good time. We're going to weep so hard. We're going to be so broken. We're so contrite over an issue that once and for all, it's just dealt with and I'm free and I'll never have to deal with that again. Yah will indeed break our chains. He will indeed alleviate the root causes. But after that effect, after that has taken place, there is this need then that we apply, hold on, self-discipline. That is that we begin to control our own emotions and our minds. There are times that, anger wants to rise up, or fear wants to rise up, or some other negative-based emotion. And I have to catch myself. That's not profitable. That's not helpful. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. And so I end up saying things that I shouldn't say, or I respond in ways maybe I shouldn't respond. We all do. But we do not allow those things to become life habits. They're not our default responses. Therein, we understand that Messiah Yeshua atoned for us and our broken relationships. He atoned for us and our broken relationship with the Father to make us one again with him, as he prayed in Yochanan, or John chapter 17. It doesn't happen with, hey, Father, I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. It requires that we apply self-discipline, that we control our minds, control our mouths, control our emotions, that we control our responses to given situations. Easier said than done. Let's do it today. Today, let's guard our words, our reactions, our thoughts. and then we'll work again on tomorrow. And we'll see you again tomorrow. To then, shalom.